It's hard to get both of us on the camera with this big ass chair. There.
Hello, everyone. Sorry we're a little bit late.
We're not late. It's only 4:01 or some crap. 4:04, excuse me.
So I hope everyone's having a good Sunday. I hope this virus ends really fast, not just for us, but for the whole world, the whole earth, because pretty much everyone is at risk of catching it. So we hope that it just dies through. Anyways, I don't know what to say, but thank you all for joining us today.
Thanks, everyone. Hi. We see you all. Hey, thanks for joining us. How y'all doing? We're hanging in there.
We're staying healthy so far. Angie has to go in a little while and stay the night at her neighbor's house, be his caregiver.
Their overnight caregiver called in sick, so I've got to go over there tonight and hang out with him. So pray for me that everybody's healthy and that I don't bring any germs back home to Haley. I'm really nervous about it, to be honest.
That's the one thing I'm nervous about too, and for me and for her, and especially if she doesn't get any sleep there, because there's a chance she might be up with this person. We're not going to say his ailments, but there's just a chance she might not get much sleep. So that worries me.
And that lowers the immune system. And I cannot bring anything back home to Haley. I can't. And so I'm stressed. I'm having anxiety. But, I feel bad for this person because, they're at their wits' end. They don't have a lot of help. And with the COVID-19, it makes it worse because you have to limit your exposure. So it's just pray for caregivers and people who are caring for people
right now,
who have dementia, who, pray for all the people that are caring for people, and pray for the people, who are sick, the dementia patients, the handicapped patients, because it's already a high stress situation, but add on top of it the virus, and everybody has to be so careful.
Yeah.
And you have to think of all these different things.
Yeah. It's really scary. And, I don't mind that she's going over there to help him and the family. I know the family. I know our neighbor. They're really nice people.
Really nice people. I feel so bad for them that they're going through this with their father.
But, I'm just concerned. My more concern is that she's not going to get any sleep. And then that's going to lower her immune system.
Well, you just have to be nice to me tomorrow after I get back.
In other words, let you sleep.
Give me a nice foot massage. Bring me a beer. Spoil me rotten.
So,
yeah, anyhow. And I do have gloves and a mask. So I'm blessed in that department. We are equipped with gloves and masks. So, yeah.
Anyways, that's why we're not the most peppy right now, because we just got that news that she's going to be going over there tonight. And so that's what brought down our mood a little bit.
Yeah. So, I'm just glad, I can be there for him because they literally have no one else. The caregiver called in sick, so.
I mean, they have her. He has his daughter if worse came to worse, but she's already fried.
She's already burned out because she has to go home to her husband and her kid, and it's just a lot. It's a lot.
So I just hope they don't ask this of Angie more than today, because it's really not a safe thing for me to have her exposed to more people, and more people that, I mean, yeah, there's only him in that house, but there's other people that been there to help him.
And they've been around other
And
people.
then they've been around other people.
They've been staying home and taking all the precautions, so that's good. That's really good.
You know, there's people in this valley, in our neighborhood, that have the coronavirus. How many people now in this valley?
I don't know.
Like 20 or 10?
It's increasing daily, so I don't know. A lot.
And we don't watch the news because, well, I don't watch any of it. I can't handle it. I'm worried enough as it is.
No, if you want straight facts, go to the cdc.gov or your state's government, websites. Go to the official websites to get your facts about this thing, because the news is all over the place. I don't care if you're watching liberal or conservative or Democrat or Republican news. The news is crazy. Like, just go to the government websites for the facts. CDC, your local state government website, your governor's website. Like, just go direct for the facts. Don't go to the news.
So yes, the CDC. And we hope all of you are healthy and well, and, taking this seriously, and social distancing.
Yes, and we wish you all well. We hope you're all
Yeah.
well and having the resources that you need.
Mhm. So anyhow, enough about the coronavirus.
Yes, please.
Let's talk about something more interesting. Did you want to touch on what today is?
No. Go ahead, do your thing. Work your magic, babe.
So the other night, Angie and I watched the movie Selena. It was Angie's actual first time watching the movie, and I was excited to get to share that with her, because I watched the movie when it really first came out back in '97. And before the movie was, I had no clue who Selena was. I mean, for some reason, she really wasn't on mainstream American TV or radio. Maybe a couple of her songs, her American songs, but not her Spanish songs. So I really didn't know about her until after she passed, after she died. And she died in 1995. She was murdered. And who murdered her was her personal assistant, fan club director. She was a good friend of Selena's for a while, and then Selena trusted her with more and more responsibilities, such as running her boutique, running the fan club, and the father, Selena's father, discovered that money had been missing, and fans were reaching out saying they never received the autographed photos, they never received this and that. And it turns out that Yolanda is her name, was taking that money, stealing that money, and she got caught. And Selena never would have suspected that it was her that did this, because Selena had a good heart. She had a trusting heart, and she never suspected her. And then she went to go talk to her about it at a motel, and I guess they got into an argument, and Yolanda claims that the gun went off and it was an accident, and she wasn't aiming it at Selena, and she claims she didn't kill her, but she was still convicted of murder. She's been in prison now for going on 25 years, and she will be eligible for parole in 2025. So she still has another 5 years in prison. And it's a shame because Selena, I mean, I'm just now learning more about her. It was the 25th anniversary of her death. On March 31st was her 25th anniversary. And she was just a very talented young lady. She was only 23 when she died. And it's too bad because her music is still living very popular today.
And what prompted this new recent interest in following her for you? Like, is something come out, an article, a show?
I just have always loved her music and loved the movie. And I learned that it was the 25th anniversary of her death.
Oh, okay.
That's
year. Right, this year. Mm-hmm.
So then that prompted me to really learn more about her.
Yeah.
And her story and where she came from and how she became so famous. And it had a lot to do with her father.
It is it's a very interesting story. Haley introduced me to the movie a couple nights ago, like we said, and it was the first time I've seen it. I knew about it, I just never watched it back then. And so we watched it together a couple nights ago, and it's an interesting story. And so Haley and I have been watching videos and about what happened and about her life. And man, he was in a band too, and the movie, I like how it touched on what he went through.
Yeah.
As a Mexican American.
Yeah.
Performer. Americans were racist. White Americans were racist against him, and then the Mexicans didn't want them performing in their bars because he sang American songs, like white people songs, and so he's kind of hated on both sides, and it was tough for him. And then he taught his kids. He kind of formed his kids together as a band, and yeah.
Yeah, and the point of the relationship between Yolanda and Selena is, something similar to relationships I've had with people, and I've made friends with the wrong people before. They don't have your best interests at heart. You might think they do at first because they're just so eager to help you, and they're just so, they'll tell you all the right things, they'll say all the right things to you. I have a very, I don't want to say naive heart, but an open heart, and I want to trust everybody, and it proves that you can't trust everybody. And you can't let people in too quickly because it could backfire, and that's what happened.
It's not fair for people that naturally have a good heart, a really good heart. It's just natural. It's not fair, that you have to be guarded, but you have to because people are crappy. And they'll pretend like they're so sweet and nice and innocent, but they're not. They have no good intentions. You just have to learn to be aware of those type of people.
And we've
narcissists.
We've gone through that. Angie and I both have.
Throughout our lives. And people trying to mess with us. And it's like, I have no tolerance for it anymore. Like zero. None. Like that type of stuff doesn't fly with me anymore. Haley's still pretty forgiving, but me, I'm like,
bah.
You better watch out because that person, they don't mean good. They don't have well intentions for you.
Lynn, yes, we did watch the movie Selena. We watched it a couple nights ago. It was Angie's first time, and she really liked it.
Do you want me to move this closer to you?
Yeah. And some people are saying they really like our haircuts.
Thank you. Thank you. It was fun making those videos, even though we're kind of at each other's throats a little bit.
Oh yeah, in the one where Angie's cutting my hair, let's just say Angie was a really good editor because we were kind of at each other's throats that day. I was really freaking uncomfortable in that sheet wrapped around me and my chair. Now the reason why I did that is because I didn't want any hair caught in my seat. It's hard to get hair out of fabric. It kind of sticks in there, and even if you vacuum it, it's still hard to get it all out, and I didn't want to deal with that. And I thought the haircut would go a lot quicker than it did.
Not when you don't know what you're doing and you don't have experience. It's not going to be quick.
So we were kind of at each other's throats.
She had her caregiver wrap her up like really tight, like a mummy, and so she was super uncomfortable. And she had her put a seatbelt on, and I'm like, dude, no wonder you're getting pissy. You're all. And then with the headrest off, she can't keep her own head up. It like she can, but it hurts. Can't do it so that was causing her irritation, and I didn't know what I was doing, so I was trying my best. I was trying to just get it through and keep her comfortable and try to get over with it. But yeah.
And she was fussy too, deep down.
I was. I'm not gonna lie. I was also getting irritated. So.
But props. I have to give props to Angie because she dealt with my mood and my fussiness, and she was brave enough to cut my hair. She could have took a little bit more off the top.
I didn't want to do too much. I was too scared to do it.
By the time it was all over with, I was tired and I was done. I just wanted it to be over with. And she basically got the areas cut that I wanted, which is right around the ears and the back of the neck. And she did cut a little bit off the top, I would say an inch or.
I did. I just went through, and by the time I got to the top, you were really fussy. So I'm like, I think it's good. I think we can stop there. And didn't turn out half bad.
And then Angie's haircut, I think it turned out really good, better than I thought it was going to be. And that's thanks to our helper that just watched a couple YouTube videos and then said, if you don't mind me trying, I can help blend this up for you. And Angie said, sure, it can't be any worse than what I could do. And it turned out great.
She did a great job. She's just one of those people that she can, get on it right away. Like, she went and watched a couple videos, and then she just cut my hair, and it turned out great.
Yeah.
So
that was interesting.
She's like, thanks for the experience. Now I can go give my husband a haircut.
Yeah.
So we had fun doing it, even though we got fussy with Haley's haircut. We had fun doing it overall, making the videos, and it's just hair. At the end of the day, it's just hair.
And I thought the video that was my haircut was not going to turn out that great because, like I said, we weren't that chipper. We weren't that,
The parts with the random when the music goes up and it's like, little bits of music, that's the parts that I had to cut out when we were being kind of pissy with each other.
Yeah.
But that's okay. Hey, Rachel, how you doing? Hey, everybody.
Hi.
We see you. How y'all doing?
And please just listen, which is perfectly fine. We never
thumbs up, subscribe, and share.
We never expect any moderators really, but we're thankful to the ones we have. But yeah, please hit that like button and maybe even share the video if you don't mind. It'd be awesome. So yeah, the moral of the Selena story is don't give too much responsibility to somebody if you really don't know their intentions.
If you really don't know their motives, they may seem really, really nice and, innocent and maybe a little naive, but they don't have your best interest at heart. And one red flag that I know from experience with
Yes.
these people is they will immediately say how much of a good friend you are, and oh, they feel so close to you, like maybe they feel like they're your sister, or that we knew each other in a past life, and they'll just act really close to you when you step back and realize, no, we really haven't known each other that long. We really don't know each other that well. But they act like, they're trying to worm their way into your mind to get you to believe that they're your best good friend, and they're not. So that's one red flag.
Another red flag is when they tell you something and then you tell them later what they said, and then they say, oh, I never said that.
Mm-hmm.
And they change the story. They change what they think they said, and it's completely different.
They get really twisty with their words.
Yeah.
Yeah. I didn't say that. How dare you?
That's called gaslighting.
Mm-hmm.
So these are things you guys should keep in your mind, because it took me 30 years before figuring these little cues out. And I wouldn't have learned any of this if it wasn't for Angie. She's taught me not to trust everybody, and
I used to get teased when I was younger for being too nice and too gullible. And I was. You don't want to close down your heart. If you're naturally a caring, giving person, you don't want to. But after you get burned by too many freaking narcissists, then it's like, okay, people are crappy. People can be crappy. So you have to be smart about who you meet and who you talk to and who you give your information to, because there are some crappy, evil-minded people out there.
And that's why, it makes me nervous when, and I'm not saying any of you are like these type of people, but it does make me nervous to think about doing a meetup, because I don't know any of the people that are going to be at this meetup. They may have really bad intentions, and it could be a dangerous situation. Now, I know most meetups are in a public place and, a little bit organized, but it is scary for me. It's a risk that I don't know if I want to take. I don't know if Angie wants to take.
No, I don't.
At least not.
To be honest.
At least not anytime soon. It doesn't mean we don't want to meet any of our fans.
Oh yeah, we love you guys. We'd love to meet you. Once this is all over, all this virus bullshit, we'd love to meet you. Definitely. But it's, we can't be too careful with who we meet and who we let into our lives.
Yeah.
Just like with the virus, you can't be too careful.
Yeah. I mean,
narcissists and con artists are like a virus.
I mean, Selena was 23 years old. Only 23. She had her whole life to live.
She was so pretty, so talented. I can't, it's just.
And her love story with Chris Perez, I mean, that's true love right there.
That poor guy. Our hearts go out to him.
Yeah.
Can you imagine?
I'm getting teary-eyed just thinking about it. Like, can you imagine learning that your wife has been murdered? You wake up that morning and you hear this news that your wife has been murdered. Like, I would just be devastated. I'd be done with life if anything ever happened to Angie. I don't know. I don't know how anyone gets through something like that.
We should probably cheer up the conversation a bit. Not to cut you off or invalidate what you're saying.
So,
yeah, I know. It's devastating. And just all got to be really careful.
go to public place with cameras. You'll be fine. Maybe have a time and I'll meet up together.
That's true, Josh. Being in a public place during the day, I mean, that'll keep us safe to some extent. There's still those sneaky people that try to worm their way in broad daylight too.
Yeah.
Um,
So you never can be too careful in these days, day and age.
Just a rule of thumb: don't become BFFs with someone who claims, oh, they love you and they feel so close to you, and even though you just met them like 2 seconds ago, big red flag.
Mm-hmm. Another thing I wanted to talk about, which probably most of you don't care about, is if anyone watched Keeping Up with the Kardashians the last couple of weeks, they started I think it's their 18th season now, and apparently, and Kim and Courtney, they got into a physical fight, and think, oh, it's probably scripted, it's probably planned out. But according to Courtney, it was not. And she had just had enough of Kim and Chloe's attitude toward her that she popped, she bursted. And it was kind of physical. I mean, no like broken bones or anything, but definitely some scratches and some red marks left on Kim, which I'm not saying that's the best way to handle your
1000%. Like, they're shaming her. They're so toxic for her. And that's her family. That's her blood. And they're shaming her, saying that she doesn't have good work ethic or whatever. I'm sorry, but selling your body and your soul for whatever fame is not, that's not hard work. That's immorality. And Courtney knows who she is and what she wants in life. And I'm proud of her for staying strong, even though her family puts her down and shames her and tries to make her feel guilty. They're just jealous of her is what it is.
Oh, someone did watch it. Lawana Hughes. The fight, it was awesome. She's over the show. She is over the show.
She's over all their bullshit. And good for her.
And she said she's taking some time off. She's not going to be filming as much or even at all. And she said in that episode, I don't like being a celebrity. She said it out loud, right next to Kim.
I'm proud of her. I'm proud of Courtney.
You know, I don't understand why we don't understand her. So what if she's not like the other sisters? Does that mean she's less of a person because she doesn't want to be in the public eye? She wants to be with her kids.
There's always a scapegoat. Just because the rest of the family can't handle their own shit, there's always a scapegoat. And Courtney's that. More power to her, man. I'm proud of her for standing up for how she feels.
Lawana, I agree with you 100%. I am glad as well that she stood up to Kim. Yes. Thank you. Someone agrees with us. A lot of people are on Kim's side.
I don't know why.
This. And Chloe's side. You know, Chloe used to be my favorite back when I really got obsessed with the Kardashians. And I think the obsession that I had with them started about 5 years ago. I think it was about 5 years ago. I just streamed all their episodes from day one because I really wasn't a fan. What made me become a fan was learning about Bruce becoming Caitlyn Jenner. And I was interested with that.
And so you wanted to learn more about the Kardashians and Jenners.
Yes. And am I as much of a fan as I was back then? Hell no. No, I'm not. I him learning what kind of people they are. And Chris, I was really obsessed with Chris. Now I can't stand her. She doesn't care about her kids.
I saw right through them from the start. Most people can see right through it. Some
Luana,
people can't.
do you remember when Chris was more afraid about disappointing the people in minority? Not about if she.
Your family comes before your business.
Yeah, she said it's time for you to.
A mom like Courtney, who makes her family a priority, and her family and home values a priority. And maybe they're just jealous, all that Chris taught them was how to be good, money hungry business people, and everything is business and money, and she wasn't really a mom to them. And maybe they see Courtney's strength and her love she has for her kids, and that maybe they're salty.
What does Sheila say? Sheila Wyatt.
They don't like that she has her own opinion. They would rather her be the way they want her, scared of losing her posy.
I used to love Chris also, but I swear I think she's on drugs.
Here, I'm going to hand this over to you because I got to go get ready.
Okay.
You cool with that?
Yeah.
Bye, everybody. I love you. Peace
She's
and
gonna
love.
leave the live. It's all me now.
Handing it over to Haley.
Uh-oh. So I'll stay on here for a little bit more. Well, why do you think Chris drinks so much? Luana, obviously she's not happy. She's using the alcohol to medicate. Can I have one, honey, please? I don't know, not medicate, but you know what I mean. It's not the right word. So, yeah, obviously she does have a lot of stress going on because, this show has been on for what, 15 years, 12 years or longer, and she's, the manager of all the girls. And I mean, look at Rob. He's not even on the show anymore. He used to be. Why do you think he's not now? Because he can't handle it. He can't handle the publicity. Not everyone is built for that life. And Chris needs to understand that and not put so much pressure on her kids. It's just sickening to me. Who needs a break, Leah? Who are you saying needs a break? Chris? Yeah, that's true. Yeah. Anyhow, people may ask, well, why do you still watch it if you don't like them? I don't know why I still watch. Honestly, I don't know. It's like I can't stop. It's like I'm invested in wanting to know what's going to happen. I don't know. It's probably many other people's reason why they still watch, which is why this show is still on for people like me who, I don't know. Yep. So, Luana, you get it. You feel me. Mm-hmm. Chocolate eggies. Cadbury. No.
I'm nervous eating right now.
My poor wife is nervous eating candy. That bag's going to be gone by tonight. I bought her a big bag of them. Babe, you should show them how big it is. It's her early birthday present, one of them. It was for her birthday. Look at how big that bag is. It's like as big.
I think officially it is. How big is your wife's head? Roughly the size of a Cadbury mini egg bag.
So, thank you, Luana. Luana says she's sending prayers for us.
Thank you, Luana.
Happy birthday, Luana. It was my other caregiver's birthday on Friday, too. I ate overnight for somebody, and I'm just a little concerned because it's more exposure around people, and I really don't want to catch anything, and I don't want her to catch anything. So, yeah. Oh, Luana, 36. Wow. Bye, Jody. Thank you for watching. Yes, happy birthday. Yeah, it's Angie's birthday next Sunday. So we may or may not be going live next Sunday because it's also Easter Sunday, and that's a big deal for Angie, because she's Catholic, and it's her birthday. So we'll probably postpone the live or go live on Saturday. We don't know. We'll let you know. Yep, she'll be 38. So it's not gonna be great. But my family's here, and we'll probably get takeout or something, make it fun for her as best as we can. So, but I really don't know what else to say to you guys other than thank you for watching our haircut videos. If you haven't seen Angie's haircut video, go watch it. I just posted it last night.
You can ask them what they're doing to stay safe during the quarantine.
And what are you guys all doing during your time of quarantine to stay positive? What are you guys doing for fun? Oh, thank you, Tiggy. We love you. Well, that's good, Jody. Thank you, Luana. She says, I hope you have a good night. We will be with Angie in prayers. I've been mowing my yard a lot of yard work. Oh, Leah, I used to watch The Fosters when it was on cable. But then I got kind of sick of it. I don't know why. The last couple seasons got boring for me. But we used to be really big fans of that show. I loved it. Tiggy, you're funny. Yeah, I know a lot of people that love gardening. Unfortunately, it's not Angie's favorite thing to do, but her mom has a really good green thumb. And so we know all about people that love gardening. There's a poodle walking by. Good thing Adam's not out here. He'd be barking at that poodle. Claudia, I have not watched Tiger King. It's not really my thing. I'm not really interested in it, to be honest. So, what I've been doing during quarantine is basically what I do most days, even when we're not quarantining, which is work on our YouTube videos, try to get outside a little bit, get some vitamin D, hang out with my family because they're here, so they come and help out. Yeah, so not too much, really not a whole lot to do. Been watching some Netflix show, well, not just Netflix, some shows. One of them is Greenleaf on Netflix. Another one I watched was Love is Blind. I'm watching a show with Jim Carrey called Kidding, and that's on Showtime. Obviously, I watch the Kardashians, watch American Idol, and if you guys don't know, Katy Perry announced that she's having a little girl. So I'm really happy for her in Orlando. Yes. So, but anyhow, I am running out of steps to use the bathroom. Hi, Club Foot Mama. I feel bad. I'm just gonna, was gonna sign out. Leah D, yes, Love is Blind was amazing. I think it was one of my favorite shows I've seen in a while. Yep, baby Katie. Someone asked me my favorite characters on the Fosters, and that is Selena. I like Jesus, and I guess Callie, but yeah, I don't know. Those were my favorites. All right, well, love you guys too. And to those that are just now signing in to watch us, sorry that you missed part of the live. You can always go back and watch it if you want to. We really appreciate that you're on here for us. Angie is getting ready for a job right now. She's going to go caregive for our neighbor. So, yeah, Jude was a cutie. Anyhow, love you guys. Hope all is well. And stay safe, stay healthy, stay home. Social distance as much as you can. I mean, I know people need necessities and food and stuff like that, but if you don't have to be around people, don't, because it's going to stop the spread faster if we just stick to these quarantining rules. I know it's not fun. You know, no one's happy with this, but we need to do what we need to do to get this virus to end. The sooner the better, because people are dying every day. And I have a friend that lost his mom to the virus, and that's just too close to home. And I feel awful for this person and his family. So, yeah, it's been kind of a tough time. All right, everybody. Peace and love. Bye. I'm just ending this live here. Did you forget?
Yeah, I forgot. Okay, I'll let you go.
What is it? No, I'm all done.